Welcome back to my channel. My name is Wani AK, as you can see, and today we're going to be doing the Premier League rankings for the 2025-2026 season. This is based off my view of all of the teams and last season results. But yeah, let's get started. I've got to first share my screen, which I've got to figure out because I'm not great at this. No, not gonna do that because I'm awful at this. I need to get used to this, you know. I actually need to get used to it. There we go, present. Let's go that one. That one. Right, I think you got me. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna rank these off by what I think is what I think should happen. But yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna go 20th. I'm gonna go had an alright season, but I just don't think are good enough for the Premier League. I'm gonna go with Sunderland because they do have a good squad. I give it to them. They've got some talent, but I just don't think they're ready unless they make a few signings. Because they lost Joe Bellingham, who's gone to Borussia Dortmund. They have got a couple of other great talents on there, but in my opinion, I just don't think they're going to be good enough. Let's go 19th. I'm going to go Leeds. I think they're hyping themselves up way too much. They're not as good as they think. And a lot of their fans believe they're just going to stay up. And I think like every team does that. And I know it's what we believe in. But in my opinion, I just think Leeds are not good enough yet. Every time they come into the Premier League, they go down practically. But well done for them for going back in. 18th, a bit controversial actually. I'm going with Man U. Actually, you know what? Changing that. I'm gonna go Burnley. Am I actually no? See, it's very tight when it comes to the 20th. The 18th spot. But for me, it's between Bournemouth, Tottenham, Man U, and Burnley. Because Man U didn't have a great season. Bournemouth last season was all right, but didn't do the greatest. But off last season, I'm gonna have to go Man U because they were all fully close. I just don't like their fans in general. Their fans are absolute delusional, and that gives them. There are some fans that can actually see the right aim of Man U and what they need to change. But in my opinion, they live in the past. They need to go with the times and stop being so delusional. And let's go 17th. I'm gonna go close. I'm gonna go Burnley. They're just gonna scrape it. I think it's gonna be like one of those last couple of games sort of things. I think Burnley, they have a good enough squad to stay up. I think they are making some transfers, I want to say. But I think they will stay up. And I think Man U will have another shocking season, which will keep Burnley up. Another close, I'm going to go with Wolves. Based off of they're losing Cunha and they're losing their, I think it's their left back. And apart from that, there's not many good players on their side. I get there still are players in every other squad. There is players, especially in Man U and Leeds, and every team has great players, right? It's just the right manager. Man U don't have a good enough manager, in my opinion, and you can argue that, but I think they should have kept Ten Hag. Leeds, they need to make signings. But anyways, I just think Wolves, it'll be the same thing. I feel like the bottom three are just aren't up to par. And then I feel like all of these top bottom players, bottom teams that I've put here, ranging from 16th, actually no, probably from 15th or 16th to 20th, it's going to be close in my opinion. But let's go 15th, shall we? 15th, I'm going to go with Bournemouth. Actually, no, West Ham. My bad. Take that back. It's going to be West Ham. I think they some of their striker. They need a new striker. They need a lot of new players, but I think they're going to stay up. I love. Do you know what? I genuinely. Some West Ham fans are great. West Ham fans, they're not that bad actually, but there are some that are just absolutely delusional. Then I'm going to go Bournemouth because do you know what? They have a great squad. They have entertaining matches, and so do Wolves actually. Wolves and Bournemouth have very exciting games, very interesting to watch. And when they're up against a high team, they're always going to turn up no matter what. Same West Ham, and the same with Leeds. Let's go with. Oh God, I'm going to play 14th. Is it 14th? 2019, 18. 2019, 18. 17, 15, 16, 15, 14. Yes, that's relegation battle. All done. Let's go mid-table. So mid-table, I also think it's going to be competitive. But I'm going to go start off with Fulham. Because I just don't think... I think they're going to have a decent squad. They have a decent squad. A good manager. I'll give him his credits. And I think they're going to do stuff this season. I do have them fighting for conference. I know, shocking. I think everybody's going to be after January. It's going to be tight. I think with relegation battle and mid-table is going to be tight. I just think next season's going to be very competitive, in my opinion. The next season's going to be very, very competitive because everybody wants to do good, as always. But I think it's also international, so everybody wants to be doing well and not getting relegated in their own league and performing well. The next one, I'm going to go with Brentford. And again, they're losing Buemo. I know they also have good. I know they have good team. Let's see if we take a look at their team. Actually, I should be looking at teams, but it is what it is. Let's go to table. Look at it now. Brentford. Look at their squad. Yeah, I mean they've signed Kelleher apparently on the thing, which he's a brilliant goalkeeper. He's brilliant. He's definitely going to start. I mean Stefan de Berg, he was brilliant last season. He's got a very strong squad in my opinion. Some names that I don't know, but there are some brilliant names. Brian Mbeumo is leaving. I think he's definitely leaving. So I still think they're not going to get relegated. They're still going to stay the same. And I think close there, I'm going to go Brighton. Because it's Brighton. They're always mid-table. And I never really see them fighting for conference or relegation. I always see them mid-table. But yeah, it's Brighton, isn't it? You don't hear much of Brighton apart from when they have a good player it gets sold. But it's what it is, and I think they're going to finish mid-table. I think we're on. I want to say 10th. I think So yeah, we're on 10. And then 9th, I think, is going to be Everton. Actually, no, do you know what? I'm going to change this. I'm going to go Bournemouth for Everton, I think. That's what I'm going to do. Bournemouth, Everton. I just don't think Everton, apart from like Pickford and oh god, who's that other one? Who's the other geezer? Who's the geezer? Squad. Jared Brathwaite, Pickford, what's his name now? Yeah, they still have a very good squad. I just don't see them. Everton are always fighting lower down. So Wolves, I'm going to say he's going to stay up. And Everton will be in the battle. Conference League now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, Conference League number 8. I'm gonna go Tottenham to conference. I don't think they'll do well. I think Champions League will catch up with them, and the same as last time Villa was in there, they're gonna have a brilliant run in. But I just don't think. I think it'll catch up to them, and they'll go to conference. But I think there'll also be a battle with Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest. Those two teams, they are so underrated in my opinion that I think deserve Europa. I think Crystal Palace deserve Europa, and so Nottingham Forest. Last season, they were way underrated. I think this season, you have to look. They will be challenging for Europa. They can challenge, and I know they can. Just based on the talent above those teams, the talent on those two teams is brilliant. But I think for Champions League spots, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go Newcastle, Villa, and that's going to be the 5th and 4th. Newcastle, again, Champions League going to catch up with them, but I think they'll be used to it. I think most of their players have seen Champions League football, so I think they will be fine. I think they'll be practically fine, but I just think they're going to get Champions League again. But I don't think they're going to get where they were this season, which was 5th. I think they're going to do the same thing, and I think that is my prediction. Aston Villa, I think. I'm an Aston Villa fan. I put that out now. I am an Aston Villa fan. And I think next season we're going to get the Champions League, or we're going to get it by winning the Europa. And I think next season, and if you want to, have a go at me for it, but I believe that we will get a Champions League. We'll win something next season. I think it's bound to happen. With Matty Cash, with Morgan Rogers, with Ollie Watkins, with Emi Martinez, which I think, there are rumours about him, but in my opinion, they're not going to leave. With some of the talent we might be bringing in as well, if we're allowed to bring in players, we'll just have to come back and see what happens with all the fair play rules and stuff. But I think that's going to happen. And then I think 3rd, which is going to be a shock, I'm going to say the mighty Gunners are going to come 3rd. And I know this may come as a shock, but I just don't think, without their striker and their making of excuses, I just don't think they're going to win. next season. They say they're going to win every season. Do they? No. For the past, 3 years or 4 years, I think it was, they've been saying they're going to win the Premier League. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. And it's like, then they blame it on the striker. They blame it on the manager. It's like Man United. They have one bad game. They overreact. Someone's had a bad game. They have a go at them. Then Arsenal, they make excuses to blame. They blame it on the manager, on the players, right? And it's like you could blame some of it on the players, but partly I just think they're full of excuses. Oh, the refs, the VAR always. I think until you have, just because the ref has made one bad decision, you can't rely on a whole game. If they make a couple of very bad, chances, then they can go ahead. But I just think that's what they are. And I think third is going to be Chelsea. I think they're ready. They are totally ready for challenging for that title. They have been for a while. They have that squad. They have the talent. They have everything they need. They will challenge. They are, and I think they're going to also win something next season. I think maybe like the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup or something like that. Aren't they in? They're in the Champions League next season? I think they're in the Champions League or they're in the Europa. But I think they're going to win something next season, and I think it'll most likely be the Carabao Cup. And then for second, I'm going to go City. I think to be very close between City and Liverpool. But City, I just think they'll do what they did at the start of the season, not do as good as they think they're going to do, and then they're going to drop off. And then our champions, again, for the 2025-2026 season is Liverpool. And they're going to get their 21st trophy, mainly because of the signings. People online have been saying, Wirtz has dropped off, Wirtz that. You've only said that, and it's a lot of Man U and Man City fans. And Man City fans, I've seen online that some of them go, "Oh, Liverpool, they call us, oil money." When you are, you probably know that just because they bought Wirtz, Frimpong, Milo Kirks, just because they've bought better players than what you have. And I'm not saying Cherokee not. He is a brilliant player. I'll give it to him. They're all good players in their own way, and I think Cherokee's definitely one of them. I think he's a brilliant signing for you. But I just don't think. I think Liverpool, with the signs they've got, with Frimpong, with Wirtz, with Kirkes, I just don't see them stopping next season. I think they're gonna go to the final next season. Maybe win the Champions League. I'm not saying they will, but I think Premier League, practically for them, is in their sights. Again, I have nothing against City or Chelsea. I think it's going to be a brilliant battle up top. I think there's going to be a lot of fighting next season. I think definitely in the relegation, there's going to be bloody fighting no matter whatever happens. There's going to be fighting, right? But I think it's going to be hot at the summit. I really think it is. And I think it's going to be fun to watch. As a neutral, when I'm not playing them and seeing it, I would like to see Villa get involved in that, but I don't think we're going to be doing as good as a Chelsea or as a City or as a Liverpool. I think give us a couple of seasons, and I genuinely think in a couple of seasons, if we consistently get Europe, we'll be all right. In my opinion, we will be okay. But it is what it is, and I think that is my 2025-2026 season. And I'm gonna name the winners of tournaments, but I do need to find out who has got watch. I'm gonna go for Carabao Cup first. Carabao Cup winners, I'm gonna go Chelsea. FA Cup winners, I'm gonna go FA Cup winners. Oh God. I'm going to back myself here. I'm going to go Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to win the FA Cup. Premier League winners, Liverpool. Conference League winners. I would have to see the table. Probably drinking alone. Fucking hell, where is it? So I try to focus on my own squad, to be fair. Here you go. Here I've got it. What is this? 24, yeah, this is it. So, but no, this is not. Why is it so hard to find the flipping results for last year? Oh, God. Who has Europa? There's literally no English. Where the English are? What the fuck? I just want to find out who they are, man. Like, I really can't. Why does no one ever tell? Oh, well, it is what it is. But I think I want to say Nottingham Forest. Are in. Why Nottingham Forest are in? Because 5th is Champions League, 6th is. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with. Oh, do you know what? I can't be asked for this. Bro, why can I not remember last season's flipping results? Last 2024, 2025. Here we go. Flipping heck, man. So, who have we got in the conference then? Isn't the 6th and 7th? Yeah, 7th are in Europa, right? So I'm guessing the Nottingham. No, it's Crystal Palace. So Nottingham Forest and Brighton. I want to say Nottingham Forest, Brighton. I think nobody in the English is going to win it, in my opinion. I don't think that's going to be an other team winning it. And then for Europa, then for conference is what, 8th? Yeah, 8th. So you got Brighton. So I don't think anyone's winning the Europa Conference. Europa, I think it's going to be Villa. Champions League. It's either going to be PSG again, Barcelona, Liverpool. And I think that's really it, to be fair. Maybe Real Madrid. But I think it's going to be, yeah. But I genuinely don't know. You can't really tell until you've seen all of the teams play. But I think Liverpool will have a great chance to win the Champions League. But yeah, that's my predictions. For now. if you like them. If you don't, I'm not changing them. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, which I don't know what was going to be. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah, see ya.